Hello everyone, I'm Coach Jeff. Welcome to another workout. In today's workout, I'm going to teach you how to take inches off your waist instantly with this one routine. To do so, we're going to utilize a muscle called the transverse abdominis. Now the transverse abdominis is the deepest layer of your abdominal tissue. It runs across the stomach as opposed to most of the other abdominals which run vertically up and down. Now, as it does run across your stomach this way, it wraps around your back and when tightened really protects your spine. So if you're someone that often when fatigued through exercise gets back pain or hip pain, it's usually because your deepest abdominal muscles, the transverse abdominis or the TA, is shut off or not working properly. And what that does is kind of allows us to hang out in man belly and really usually loads the lumbar spine or your hips, which we don't want. So in today's lesson, again, I'm going to teach you how to activate the transverse abdominis, hopefully taking inches off your waistline with this one workout. To start with our warm-up, we're going to do what we call a vacuum breathing exercise. So you want to go ahead and just kind of let your belly hang, start to take a long inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, start to pull your belly button in toward your spine. So we'll do it together. Long inhale. And then big exhale as you begin to pull your belly button into your spine. We're going to do that for 10 breaths. So inhale, big exhale, pulling the belly button in. Repeating again 8 more times. Standing up as tall as you can. Each time we exhale, thinking of pulling a string from your belly button through your spine. Inhaling again, big exhale, pulling that in. If you're pulling in hard enough, you'll begin to feel these little muscles right here really light up. Again, long inhale, big exhale, pulling in the belly button even further. Let's do about 4 more. And last one. Now after that last one, go ahead and let your belly kind of hang in its natural state again. And you'll feel right around your waistline, kind of just pushes out a little bit. Now, if you're a mother of some children, you may have what we call, let's say, the muffin top right here. I call it man belly or beer belly for the guys. We also call it that abdominal, like diastasis or distension, where it kind of kicks out. Now, what happens in our traditional abdominal exercises is we just don't know how to activate that TVA. So you could be doing sit-ups or planks, working your rectus abdominis, your six-pack, and your obliques, but you're not hitting that deepest layer, which helps to pull in the problem area, kind of that tire right around your waist. So that's why I call the transverse abdominis your metabolic spanks. We might also refer to them today a couple times as your girdle or your corset. So your next exercise, we're going to get down on the ground. We're going to go through that same breathing vacuum in our cat plank position. So normally, as soon as we get in this tabletop position where the hands are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips, you're going to naturally feel that your belly just wants to fall to the ground, right? It wants to give into gravity. We're not going to let this happen. So for this exercise, our cat plank, we're going to pull the hands back toward your knees, so we're a little narrower than our normal cats. From here, we're going to round the spine, pulling your belly button up into your spine as you exhale. Do that for 3 breaths. So long inhale, exhale, pull the belly button in, don't let it go. We inhale again, big exhale, pulling the belly button in. And here's our 3rd breath. Inhale again, and exhale, pull that belly button in. Now from that 3rd one, you should feel the belly button tucked into the spine as much as you can. The transverse abdominis are lit up here. From here, we're going to pick the knees up off the ground slightly. So your knees are up about 1 inch off the ground. We're going to continue through that breathing for 7 more reps. So we inhale again and exhale. As you exhale, pull the belly button up. Think of pulling your belly through your spine to the ceiling with each exhale. We'll get about 3 more. And last one. All right, now from here we're gonna go ahead and stand up again. And you really should start to feel those lower abdominals kick on. If you don't, that's okay. They are hard to activate. Through the workout, as we move through, you will feel them turn on a little more. We're gonna go back into our standing vacuum exercise, only this time we're gonna slightly lean back. So go ahead and kind of sit in your natural stance. So I'm kind of in man belly here, my belly's pushed out. I'm gonna take that long inhale, and as I exhale, I'm gonna pull the belly in. So you can picture like tightening your belt loop around your waist. Inhale, exhale, pull the belly in. So now we're in our standing vacuum. Hold that in as tight as you can. From here, we're gonna lift your arms up and slightly lean back. So we're slightly leaning the upper body back, chin up just a little bit. You'll feel a slight stretch in your abs here, and we're gonna go through those breathing exercises again. So we inhale, exhale, pull the belly in. Inhale big, exhale, pull the belly in. Keeping those arms straight overhead. Go over 10 total breaths. So just to the sides of your belly button, you should start to feel those muscles turning on, maybe even cramping a little bit. About 5 more breaths. Slightly leaning the upper body back, forcefully breathing to create that TVA or TA contraction. Let's get 2 more. And last one. Now you should notice that with each exhale, you're able to slightly contract or pull the TVA a little further in. This is due to the fact that the transverse abdominis only does a peak contraction through an exhale. So that's why as a trainer, I'll mostly tell you to exhale on the most difficult part of the exercise. That way your belt, your transverse abdominis, is contracted and protecting your spine. All right, we're gonna go back down on the ground again, getting into that cat plank. We're just gonna make it a little harder by lifting one leg at a time. So you watch me do one and then jump right in. So I'm gonna take a long inhale. I'm gonna set my pelvis by rounding nice and big, pulling the belly button up and in. Big exhale. From here, we lift the knees off the ground. Inhale. We're gonna exhale. As we pull the belly button in, we lift one foot or one leg off the ground slightly, put it back down. Inhale. Exhale, pull the belly button in, lift the leg up just slightly off the ground. Here we go, 10 breaths, so we have 5 each side. Inhale, pull the belly button in as you exhale, lifting one leg, and we switch. Continue through, breathing big. Now as you go, you should feel the leg that comes up, that side of the TVA really lights up. So when I lift my left leg, I kind of feel it on the left side, and when I lift my right leg, I feel it on the other side. Two more, or just even your body out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stand up one more time for that standing vacuum exercise. This time we're gonna do it with the arms overhead in a march. So again, a lot of times what happens is, especially during cardiovascular exercise or HIIT training, your heart rate goes up and your ability to forcefully exhale while contracting your abdominals shuts off. And this leaves you open to injury, especially back pain after the workout, like later that day or when you wake up. So just walking is gonna be a great practice to keep that muscle on. So again, we take a long inhale through your nose. As the arms go up, exhale, pulling your belly button into your spine. From here, slightly lean your upper body back, inhaling, and exhale again, pulling the belly button in. You should feel all the way down your center, nice and tucked in. Let's go ahead and march from this position, lifting one leg up, exhale, pull the belly button in. Inhale down, exhale up, pull the belly button in. Continuing back and forth here for 10 full breaths. Now you really have to work hard to force this muscle to work. This is not like some of our traditional exercises where you're just gonna feel that burn right away without trying hard. You really have to put your body in the right state of mind, breathing pattern and position to feel this work correctly. Again, inhaling as the leg goes down, big exhale up, pull your belly in. Let's do about 4 more. One more. All right. So now you can see how something as simple as walking becomes difficult for that muscle to stay on and continue to protect your spine. Let's look at something as simple as bending over into a forward flexion or like hamstring stretch. Now normally we kind of just dive bomb into this and you let the belly button go. You don't really ever want to do that. That's how you blow out your back, simply by bending over and trying to grab something. So getting back into our standing vacuum, take a long inhale through your nose, big exhale, pulling that belly button up and in. Inhale again, one more time. Big exhale, pulling that belly button in. Now go into that forward flexion, keeping that belly button in as you exhale. So with each breath or each inch moving down, continue to pull the belly in. And then as we come up, same thing. Exhale, pull the belly in. Exhale, pull the belly in. In this way, you can kind of imagine the belt around your spine is nice and tight, nice and compressed, keeping those discs and the rest of your spine really safe. All right, let's move on to another exercise to really practice utilizing that muscle group. We're gonna go down on your back side, all right? From here, we're gonna get into what we call a sit-up tuck. So first thing I want you to do is tuck your feet underneath your knees, and then you're gonna put your hands on your ASIS, or pretty much the bony part of your hips, right below your pant line. From here, walk your fingers toward your belly button about 2 inches, and then walk your fingers down below your belly button about 2 inches. All right, right from here, take a long inhale again through your nose, exhaling, pulling your belly button down to the ground. We're gonna do that 5 times. Inhale, and exhale, kind of push your fingers gently into the muscles and pull the belly button down to the ground. Inhale again, and exhale, pull the belly button down to the ground. 2 more reps, and 1 more. All right, so from here, we're not really squeezing your abs up top. You're just focused on pulling the belly button down, and you should feel that right down here on either side or below your belly button. From here, we're gonna go ahead and bring the knees up off the ground, point your toes away, and we're gonna reset that core position because I bet it just untucked there. So again, take a long inhale through your nose, big exhale, pull the belly button down, reset that position. From here, we're gonna put the arms up by the knees. You're gonna continue to take a long inhale through your nose, and then exhale, sitting up and holding this position. From here, we're gonna take 10 breaths, inhaling, exhaling, pulling the belly button in. So we inhale, exhale, pull the belly button in deep. 9 more. You should really feel the lower band around your abs starting to fire up. Shouldn't feel any pain in your back. Let's get about 3 more. And 1 more. Come down nice and slowly, tucking in those knees and feet and returning back to the ground. All right, I hope you felt that come right through that lower band around your TVA as you were sitting up. Now from here, we're gonna get into one of our traditional exercises. This is our split leg sit-up. Now, you might hear me say in some of my other videos, or if you've trained with me in class, pull your core in as you sit up. And you may have had no idea what the hell that meant. So let's go over here, so that way the next time we do a traditional core exercise like a sit-up, either in my class or another routine, you really know how to activate that most troublesome part. So we're gonna lay down on the ground, right leg is tucked in, left leg is out straight. Take a long inhale again through your nose, and we're gonna exhale as we pull the belly button into the ground, sitting up tall. And then down again, inhale, and pull the belly button in, sit up tall. Now we are using the other muscles of your core here, your rectus abdominis, but I still want you to focus on that grounding effect of the TVA. With each exhale, pulling the belly button further to your spine, really feeling that contraction in the lower abdominals. Going through 10 total reps on this side. Let's hit 5 more. You could put your hands behind your head if you want to relax your neck, if you're having some trouble there. Otherwise, continue through. I'm going to get 2 more. All right, now we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So again, most people, when they go into like a regular crunch, everything here just kind of pushes up, the belly button, all of that work. What you want to be able to do instead is tighten that band around your spine, protect it, and then let the other core muscles work. We're bringing that right leg down now. We've got the left leg bent here. We're going to take that long inhale again on the ground. As we start to exhale, pull the belly button into the ground, sit up tall. Inhale, and big exhale up. Go nice and slow. Make sure you're hitting that lower band. Don't worry about your range of motion coming upward. You don't have to get too high to really feel this exercise work. Let's get about 5 more. And 1 more. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let that rest for about 20 seconds and then repeat both of those exercises again, the ab tuck and then this split leg sit up. And so again, if you're somebody who's exercising a lot, your diet is sort of in check, and you're having trouble just sort of shaping that bottom layer of your abdominals, this is probably what your main problem is. You just haven't been taught to activate this lower abdominal or this very deep abdominal muscle. All right, so we're gonna go into those ab tucks again. So we lay down on the ground, feet are tucked in. Set your body by taking that long inhale and then exhale, pulling the belly button in. Now to really feel this, it's a good idea to put your fingers right there. So again, take your fingers, put them right on your ASIS or your hip bones. Walk them in about 2 inches toward your midline or toward your center, and then walk them down about 2 inches. From here, again, take a long inhale. Exhale, pull that belly button in. And then we're gonna go ahead and lift those legs up. We're gonna reset, putting the feet together. Taking a long inhale and exhale, pull the belly button in. Arms out by your knees or behind your head. Take that long inhale and exhale up, pulling in. And then we hold for 10 breaths. With each exhale, pulling the belly in further. Here we go. If you start to feel a cramp, that's okay. You're doing it right. Three more. 2 and 1. Bring that down, let that unwind for about 20 seconds. So you may have heard in the past that sit-ups and other kind of flexion exercises can be bad for your back. That's definitely true if you're not doing these exercises, again, with this transverse abdominis activated. All right, so we're gonna go ahead now, back into that split leg sit-up. You're gonna bring that left leg down flat, pin that heel to the ground. Right leg is bent, again, heel on the ground. We're gonna take that long inhale, exhale as you pull your belly button to the ground, and sit up nice and tall. Inhale down, and big exhale up. 2 more. Make sure that straight leg doesn't lift off the ground. And last one. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch here. Now you may notice I'm breathing very loudly. I'm doing that for myself to cue on each exhale to pull that in, but also for you. Again, the transverse abdominis will not do a peak contraction unless we exhale. And this has to do with the relationship that it plays with your diaphragm, but that's for another class. So now we get the right leg out, long inhale again through the nose, exhale as we push the belly button down to the ground, sitting up, and then down back with control. Let's get about 4 more. Last one, really pulling in as tight as we can on the exhale. And down with control. All right, we're gonna flip over to the front side and we're gonna work through some plank positions. So just like with the sit-ups, there's a good chance you've been exercising for a long time, really trying to tighten up this lower part of your core, but had no idea how to. So I'm gonna teach you how to do it in our plank position. All right, so we're gonna assume your plank position like we normally do. Really tight fists in L positions outside the shoulders, on your toes about hip width. From here, you're gonna top your pelvis, and then each exhale, we're gonna focus on pulling that belly button up and in. So we're gonna do 10 breaths. Long inhale, through your nose, big exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. And again. And again. Here's 3, you're on your own. Going to 10. I've got 3 left. And last one. All right. So again, more than up here in your abdominals, you really should start to feel that in this lower band, right around the lower waistline, kind of where your pant line meets. We're gonna do the same thing here in an extended plank. So we're gonna make this a lot harder by bringing the arms out in front of us. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. In a high plank position on your hands, or you can still do it if you have bad wrists on your forearms by just putting your arms a little further out in front of you. Now don't go too far as that'll jeopardize your shoulder, okay? I'm gonna get into this harder version on my hands. You can follow me with whatever feels best for you. So I'm in my high plank on my hands. With each inhale and exhale, I'm gonna walk my arms out a little further. So I take my first inhale and I start to exhale, pulling the belly button in and walking the arms out. We inhale again, big exhale, pull the belly button in, walk the arms out. Continue with me for 5 big deep breaths. Now don't go too far. If your hips start to go too high or too low, you're not gonna feel this in your core. And we're gonna go 1 more. Hold this for 3 breaths. Each time pulling that belly button in a little more. and take that back in and just rest. So you're gonna notice that as the arms move overhead, just like with our warm-up, the TVA wants to shut off, right? As the abdominals get into this stretch position, right here just kind of wants to go pop into man belly or muffin top, not really do its job, which again jeopardizes your spinal health and it'll definitely give you back pain later on. So we're gonna go through that extended plank one more time. Watch me in my setup if you had trouble with it, and then you can jump right in. We're gonna do 5 breaths walking out, and then we're gonna try to hold it for 10 breaths. And you will notice at the furthest position of your arms out, it's very hard to keep that belly button up and in, so make sure you give your best effort. All right, so I'm starting in my high plank position with my hands underneath my shoulders. Long inhale again through the nose. Exhale, pull the belly in. Now we're gonna go ahead and walk that out 5 times. Let's do it together. Each inhale, we walk. Exhale, pull the belly button in. And from here, 10 breaths, pulling it in further each time. Two more. And last one. All right. Now, I hope you felt that again, come right through that lower part of your core. If you started feeling it in your lower back, one of 2 things happened. You just went out too far, or the muscle got too fatigued and couldn't do its job. Again, it's something you're gonna wanna watch out for when you're not doing this class. So if you're doing some other exercises on your own, or if you're in another class, make sure you're still utilizing that deepest layer of your muscle. We're gonna get into another plank position here. This one kind of really using the obliques and the TVA at the same time. This is a tricky one. It's really hard to do, but again, it's gonna help protect your back. So we're gonna go into what's called our NFL plank. We assume the same plank position as our normal plank. Arms in an L, feet are about hip width. From here, we're gonna take that long inhale. As we exhale, we pull the belly button up and in, and then you're gonna bring one arm up alongside your body and hold it for 10 breaths with me. Let's go ahead and begin together. Ready? Long inhale, exhale, belly button up and in, hold, and repeat for 10 breaths. Now, whatever arm is up, you're really gonna feel that opposite oblique working hard. So my right arm is up, I'm feeling it on that left side. 3 more. 2. And 1. And rest. All right, shake that out a little bit and we'll hit that other side. I'm just gonna give you a different angle on that as well. So again, with my right arm up, really feeling this left side go through that contralateral anti-rotation, or what you're feeling is just that big flex over there. All right, so we switch sides. All right, we're in that plank position. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my left arm up and we're gonna hold belly button in and exhale, pull it in further. Halfway. 2 more. And last one. All right. Let's go ahead and shake that out. We're gonna get into our last exercise here today. This one is our hollow body hold. We also call this kind of our V-up rock. All right, or our V-up hold, sorry. So we're gonna get laying on your back with your head and shoulders relaxed, feet tucked underneath you. We're gonna do 2 big deep breaths to set your transverse abdominis. So again, inhaling in through your nose, big exhale, pulling your belly button in. Inhale again, big exhale, pull the belly button in. From here, extend your arms up overhead in a Y position and repeat the breathing one more time. Inhale through the nose, exhale, pull your belly button in. You will notice here it's harder to get the TVA clicked on with the arms overhead. Continuing with that theme, right? Now we're going to go ahead and do a sit-up, exhaling the chest up, and then extend the legs out. For 10 exhales, continue to pull your belly down and in. Halfway. All right, go ahead and bring that in, and you should have felt that again right there in those lower abs. All right, that was our last full exercise. Now we're gonna get into our finisher. So I really gotta let this rest for you for about a minute. All right, so just kind of take some time, maybe grab a sip of water. The reason I gotta let it rest is it's probably fatigued by now if you've been doing this correctly, and this finisher gets really hard. Just like with some of our other ab exercises, if the TVA is not turned on, it could hurt your lower back. So again, just resting here for about a minute's time to let the core kind of unwind. All right, now again, as you go to exercise on your own, or you do my class again or someone else's, make sure you're utilizing that deepest layer of your muscle tissue. Again, with each exhale, just kind of pulling the core in to make sure that it's engaged. I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate our finisher here. You should still rest a little, and then I'll tell you when to jump in. All right, so for the finisher, we're gonna go through our leg flutters. You're gonna take your hands, put them underneath your lower back. So not your pelvis or your pant line, but really underneath your lower back. Just kind of filling that space there. From here, we're gonna extend the legs out, pointing your toes away, squeezing your quads tight. In this position, we'll take a long inhale, and then we're gonna exhale, pulling the belly button down into our hands and into the ground. From here, we're gonna lift the legs up, and we're gonna flutter back and forth. Now, we don't need the hands there. If you can do this for the harder version with the hands by your side, that's okay as well. Go ahead and jump in with me. I'm gonna put my hands by my side, doing that harder version. Feet are out straight, toes are pointed, kneecaps and quads are really tight. From here, take that long inhale through your nose. Exhale, pull your belly button down to the ground as you lift your legs about 6 inches off the ground. From here, lift one leg up and then switch. Now take an inhale and exhale as you switch, pulling the belly button down. We're gonna try to hold this position for a full minute. Here we go. So legs are really tight, quads are tight. You're pulling that belly button down, again, through your spine, into the ground, with each exhale. You've got about 35 seconds left. Let's do it. Let's burn through this. As long as you're not feeling this in your lower back, you should be feeling this in your quads and your core. About 15 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, good. Shake that out. We're going to flip over to the front side. And we're going to stretch out your core here. All right, moving right into our kind of cobra pose. So you're going to lay down on the ground. We're going to untuck the toes. You're going to go ahead, pull your hands underneath your chest, and then we're going to slightly lift the upper back off the ground. Just slightly, not into our full up dog position. Just start to peel the upper back off the ground, keeping the pelvis tucked. Go ahead, return back down to the ground. We'll repeat that 5 times. So long inhale. Exhale, lifting your shoulders up and back, lifting your chin up, barely pushing the hands into the ground, feeling that stretch climb through the abs. And back down, 3 more. And last 2. Keeping the pelvis tucked, legs kind of tight. And then on this last one, we'll extend all the way up into upward dog. So inhale, exhale up. Straighten those arms underneath your shoulders. Pull the shoulders back. Chin up to the sky. Keep that tail tucked between your legs with your legs nice and tight. And you should feel that stretch coming right through your core. From this position, we're going to start to turn the right shoulder back, looking to the right, dropping your left hip. Continue to turn to the right, drop that left hip slightly. Feel that abdominal muscle stretch there. And then we're going to go ahead and switch. So we start to turn to the left, drop the right hip, and feel that stretch come up the right side. All right, from here, tuck your toes, head right into downward dog, pushing your hips up, push your heels down to the ground. Just finish with this nice stretch here. Now when you're doing this, let's see if we can activate your TVA. So long inhale through the nose, big exhale, pushing your belly button into your spine or pulling it in and pushing those heels down. Do that for 5 breaths. So if you're someone who does a lot of yoga or a lot of stretching like this, and you've never thought about using that muscle, I want you to think again. All right, you are now wise to the deepest layer of your abdominals, the one that protects your back the most. So no excuses moving forward. You now know how to take inches off of your waist and keep it there. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. If you need more Coach Chef, you know where to go. Metamorphic Methods, my YouTube channel, or Coach Chef, my Facebook page. Have a great day.